Good afternoon, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about something called the missing piece. When we look at weight loss plans, not like a formalized plan, but like your own personal plan, of course we know, especially when you ask somebody, oh, what's your secret? And they just say, well, diet, exercise. That's only two pieces. And today I wanted to discuss what all the pieces are, all of the necessary pieces that people need to be successful with their weight loss goals. So, the first one, diet. So we talked a few days ago, I had the video called The Almighty Calorie, and that one discussed just kind of like the basic role of what the calorie is in our nutrition, in our fat burning a little bit, and how much attention has to be brought to your intake of types of calories and then how we expend them a little bit. And there's, of course, so much more that goes into this. We didn't discuss everything, just some of the basics. But that calorie, that intake, what it is, how much it satisfies you, and all the ways that we have to spread that out throughout the day in our meal planning and food selections, of course, becomes just our, I don't want to say diet plan. See, I got my issues with that word, our nutrition is the value, so I guess we'll just call it our food plan, our food piece to how we, achieve our weight loss goal. So of course there's a lot that goes into that. So the next piece would of course then be our exercise. Oh yeah, diet and exercise, right? Yeah, maybe they're the two big ones. Sure. Okay, so exercise. So when we talk about exercise, we not only want to talk about how we move and how much we burn, which I guess can be called kind of your cardio piece in all of this, but let's talk about exercise as more of a comprehensive type of thing. Are you doing what you should be doing to make sure that all facets of your movement and your mobility are addressed? So we have cardio, of course, that enhances your burn. It counters what we take in. And then we have strength training is definitely got to be part of it too, because that also helps with your burn. It takes more calories to maintain the muscle that you build, so in essence you actually burn more when you have more of a muscular being and a muscular physique. The strength training, remember, also helps our mobility, and nobody's getting any younger, so as we age, we need to maintain that muscle structure and that muscle balance in order to continue to be able to get around. I mean, how many people that that are a little bit on the older side, define older as you will, I'm not going to give a number, but say older than you, and how many of them have a tough time getting up off the floor? How many people your own age do you know that have a tough time getting up off the floor? I'm not going to ask the next question. Okay, but I'll give you an example. So I actually purchased a small fitness plan, a little over a year ago, I guess, just to kind of see what it was about. And they, for one of the circuits, they actually had something called get-ups, where for, I think 45 seconds, you had to see how many times you could get up off the floor. And at first I thought it was silly, and then I did 4 of them. And I have no problems getting up off the floor. I strength train enough that that's not an issue for me, but how many times can you do it in a minute? 7? That's about all I got to. It was either a minute or 45 seconds, I can't remember, but 7 times was all I could do. So getting up off the floor, the more, that's actually a full body workout if you do it enough times. You're tired. Think about it. If you do it once, can you do it? Does it hurt? Okay? Strength training allows you to be able to do something as simple as getting up off the floor in a way that's not going to hurt, that you're not worried about it, that you're not worried about how awkward it looks, okay? And that's just one example of how strength training can actually just improve the quality of your life, okay? You want to be able to get around with no problem as you age. And another thing that goes hand in hand with that is flexibility. Are you stretching enough? Just as a general statement. Increasing your flexibility also increases your mobility, and it also increases your resistance to injury too. Things happen. I had another live last week about how I fell at work twice, and thankfully, because I'm a little bit more fit, I wasn't injured, but how easy could that suddenly become an issue, right? So with a little bit of extra strength on your side, and certainly flexibility to make sure that the extensibility of your muscles can accommodate whatever your body is trying to achieve to keep you from getting hurt, those things work hand in hand. So certainly there's other terms of types of fitness types, I guess, to make it really general, that can go into a comprehensive workout plan. But I like to at least think about those top 3 things: cardio, strength, and flexibility, just to keep it a little bit more comprehensive and not just, one-dimensional, I guess. Workouts aren't just cardio. They are so much more, and they should be so much more for everybody to keep yourself healthy and mobile as we continue to get older. All right, so those are 2 pieces. You might be thinking, wait, there's more? Yes, there is definitely more to make sure that you are having a successful weight loss journey, to keep yourself stuck to it, so that you stick to it, that you continue it, that you don't fall off the wagon, that you don't let some sort of scheduling roadblock get in the way. The next one is your plan. I can't tell you, I'm the type of person that loves to plan. I don't know, I'm just weird like that, but it's just something that kind of keeps me going each day, I guess. I like planning things. Planning this business and how the programs are all going to roll out and all the little details with it, that's really, really keeping me going lately. But, generally speaking, I've always been the type that loves to plan. I obsessed about planning my wedding for 2 years. But anyhow, so a plan. If you don't have a plan, then when you're in the thick of your day and you're getting through that average work day where you don't seem to have enough time to do everything, you would be thankful for your plan, because then you're not left with the decision of what to do next. How many times do we get derailed with, oh, I don't have a plan for dinner. Shoot, I don't have time to cook dinner. Shoot, I don't have anything thawed. I don't have anything. Oh, fast food it is. Oh, takeout it is. Plan is out the window, okay? But what if back on Sunday or Monday you were like, oh yeah, I was going to make sure that I had this meat pulled or this type of chicken prepped, so that on Thursday, like today, all you have to do is pop in the microwave something that you already cooked, that's a home-cooked meal, that's already measured out, seasoned, whatever, and you can eat it, have it ready in 5 minutes, eat it, and know that you're feeling guilt-free about that awesome, home-cooked dinner that you had ready for yourself. That's a good feeling. I'll tell you what, so right now I'm working 60, 65-hour weeks between this, the restaurant, and the music store. You know what? I'm not really stressing, actually, believe it or not, because there's always a plan in place. I still keep to my workouts. Most days, I do still meal prep. There's always a plan in place. And it keeps me from feeling worried about whether or not I'm going to stick to my goals. Everything is right there and ready for me. The meal prep has been a little bit shaky because, like I said, it's been so busy and sometimes I forget to plan ahead. But, for the most part, it's, right there. So, anyways, yes, Instapot's really good. Crock-Pot's great in the winter. Anything like that, yeah. Anything that's considered a pressure cooker, I think Instapot's like that, right? Yeah, that really, really does help when you're in a pinch. But, at least to be able to come home and it's already cooked, that's even better. So, anyhow, so that would be, your plan, to always have it in place so that you've got that time set aside, that you've got that meal already ready, that you've got that healthy lunch for work already, purchased, and all you have to do is grab it and go, and you already have that. What a great way to stick to your goals. So, then after that, the other thing to help you stick to it the accountability aspect. And this one's tricky because you have to really get in your own mind and figure out, okay, so what works from day to day? What is going to be that thing that I know is going to help me keep going forward? How do I know that I've had that successful day? Do I keep a list? Do I get the satisfaction of checking or crossing things off? Do I have a reward system so that maybe at the end of the month, if I've had, let's say, 26 or 27 days where not only have I eaten according to my plan, according to my goals, tracked, whatever it is that you're planning on doing with your food plan end of things, are you going to reward yourself at the end of the month? Do you have a small reward at the end of each week? What's going to work for you to keep you going? Some people even recommend some sort of punishment system where if they get off track, they gotta do something to counter it. I have mixed feelings about it. I understand that it can work for some people in some mindsets, but we want to try to be careful with any kind of negative rewards, I guess. There's a couple different terms for it. But, we don't want to discourage ourselves accidentally by having some sort of negative reinforcement. So accountability, just definitely got to get in your own mind about that and come up with, yes, a plan for that as well. All right, the next one is self-care. There's been a lot of talk about self-care, especially in the last year and a half. People, you have to mentally take care of yourself so you don't drive yourself crazy in this insane world that we're living in right now. And so certainly I'm sure you've seen something about what self-care is and what it's all about and certain methods and ways to do it. And yeah, that goes without saying. Everybody needs to have some sort of self-care plan in their lives. They've got to, again, get in touch with yourself so that you know what the thing is that you can look forward to, like in one of my previous posts, or something that you can reward yourself for having a really good, focused, and healthy day. Okay, what are you going to do at the end of the day? How about a sleep meditation? Because, well, meditation can only take up, 5 minutes of your day, 10 minutes, and then suddenly you're relaxed and getting a full night's sleep, which, well, you need to try to de-stress and get enough sleep so that you can help balance the cortisol in your system. You don't want to have too much cortisol. It keeps you up at night and it gives you nighttime cravings. Now suddenly you're eating more. But also cortisol is what puts our body into that starvation mode where it starts hoarding calories and doesn't allow us to burn. So yeah, too much cortisol, big issue. I had some issues with that about a year ago. Cortisol was not my friend, and I put on a ton of weight because of it. Yes, so using self-care and, of course, sleep to help balance your cortisol. Just steadying myself in the wind here, sudden gust of wind. It's beautiful and breezy today. That is indeed possibly your missing piece to keep you from achieving your health goals. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is mindset. And this is something that I've been studying a lot lately because I had the wrong mindset maybe for my whole life on how to handle weight loss, health, goals, myself, my self-esteem, and my sense of empowerment, confidence, all of that. But in this case, we're talking about mindset, to be able to stick to it, to be able to not get inside of our heads, to be like, I can't do this. The frustration that we can often so many times experience when we're trying to encounter some sort of long-term goal, not just weight loss, but anything long-term, really, for, fitness or anything, really. But also, how many times that we accidentally self-sabotage our own efforts? I mean, doesn't that create some sort of roadblock that's going to keep us from getting to our goals? Absolutely. And those roadblocks are more serious than that barbecue that you're worried about overeating at, or that vacation that you're going to be away somewhere only eating out for a week, and you're worried about the weight you're going to put on that vacation. I mean, gosh, how do we handle these things mentally? I guess in a sense you've got to have that mental preparation in your head too, about when you come upon these things, whether it's a self-sabotaging thought or a vacation or just something, start to get in touch with your roadblocks, those things that are going to keep you from being able to smoothly move forward. It's almost like we have to have a plan for everything. And all of these missing pieces, all put together, are what makes for a really, really successful weight loss effort and for you to be able to achieve those goals. If you know anybody who actually really has honestly achieved their goals and kept them, kept the weight off, kept themselves with that healthy physique, have they had all in place? I will absolutely bet they have, and they probably have tons to talk to you about with that. So, think about yourself now. If you haven't yet achieved your goals, or if there's been roadblocks that have kept you from achieving those goals, say you've been on again, off again, yo-yo dieting, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I feel like we've all been there. What is your missing piece, or missing pieces? And related to this advice and some of these things that I've asked kind of as rhetorical questions, what can work for you? How can you start to bring some of these pieces of information into your own life and into your own thoughts to help you be prepared? So, think about this a little bit. And keep in mind that the 12-week signature program that I launched a couple weeks ago addresses every single one of these. It will not leave one of those critical missing pieces out. So, if some of these ideas and thoughts resonate with you and you're a little worried about going at it alone, I encourage you to book a consult with me. And just give me a quick little DM, Facebook personal message, and we can get right to it. The consult is 30 minutes, and it's free, and we talk more about you, about your missing piece, about what you need. All right? So think about it a little bit, and let me know. Thank you so much. Have a good day.